Hi, welcome to the channel. This is Josh Explains It All. Today I'm going to explain how I lost over 100 pounds in about 6 months. I'm at about 110 now. But so I think what I can offer people is a different perspective. Like, it's pretty easy to take advice from people who are thin already and who are in shape, and it's just, losing weight for them has always been a really easy thing. So, as someone who's struggled with their weight their whole life, I think that's a little of maybe an advantage. Now, obviously, you're gonna look at me and be like, hey, he's still overweight. I was, close to 500 pounds in February, and I've lost lots of weight here and there on different diets and stuff. And, I think it's taken me all of my 42 years to finally realize some things and really be able to give a good perspective on it. And, I think I've gotten myself to where I hope I'm going to be the rest of my life. Not this size, but diet and mentality wise. So, and I'm not, let me go ahead and preface this with saying I'm not calling out guys with six-pack abs saying you don't know how to lose weight, but it's different when it comes from someone that's already done it, and I know a lot of you have. But, there's quite a lot of people out there that's just been in shape their whole lives, and that's great. I mean, I commend you. I wish I could have done it. But it's a different ball game when someone who's right there doing it with you, going through the same things you are. So, tell you my story of why I started losing weight, why I've developed this plan. On February 15th of this year, I was door dashing, and I had 2 really well-paying deliveries to the 3rd floor of an apartment complex, 2 of them separate. So 6 flights of stairs. So I did the first one, pretty winded at that one. I was way too large for my age and everything. Got to the second one, was really struggling. Like, I knew it was going to be bad. When I took it, I knew it was going to be bad, but decided to take it anyway. So I get coming down, and I realized it's starting to kind of be hard to walk. Like I was having to hold myself on the rail to keep my legs from buckling. And when I get to my car, I'm nice, cool. In Mississippi, we don't get super cold, but it was nice and cool. So I was like, I'll cool down. I'll catch my breath. Everything will be fine. I sat there for probably 10 minutes, and everything never did get fine. For 10 minutes or so, my breathing was still super labored. Couldn't catch my breath. My heart felt like it was going to pound out of my chest, and it just wouldn't stop. And I got really scared. So I dialed 911 on my phone. I didn't call, but I had it. I've always heard a heart attack, you feel that strain, that hard squeeze and a pain. And I was just ready to hit the number, and wasn't very far from the hospital. So, but it didn't happen. After about 10 minutes after that, started gaining my breath. Heart rate started coming down, and that's when I knew that I'd pushed my body as absolutely far as it was going to go. Like, if I didn't do something, I was going to die. I was going to have a heart attack at least. Something bad was going to happen. And, I'd been up at that point. I knew it. I mean, come on. If you're a really big person, you know it. Like, when I'd sit down to eat supper and realize I forgot my drink, I would just sit there and eat without a drink, because it was more painful and more work to get up than it was worth. And that kind of stuff really bothered me. I knew it, but it just kind of one of those push it to the back type things. So that's when I started. And at first I didn't really have a plan. I didn't have a plan of attack of what I was going to do or anything. So, with my diet, you have to, and let me say this. This diet is for people who have struggled their whole lives and who have really had to really bear down and try to lose weight. And, it sometimes it sucks not snoring dog down there. Well, sometimes it sucks not you're putting in the work and you're dieting, but you'll look at that scale and it will not show anything. There's a lot of us that our bodies get used to what you're doing to them, and it is what it is. Like, I've done it, and I've had trainers, friends be like, "Oh, stick to the plan, it'll show off." You do 3 weeks of sticking to the plan, going to the gym, working out, eating what you're supposed to in whatever diet you're on, and you see that scale never move. That's super discouraging. People, "Oh, you're a big guy, you're gaining muscle mass." Still discouraging. I should be losing fat mass too. So with my diet, there's some hard truths you gotta admit. My diet only works if you're ready for this, if you're ready for what I'm fixing to tell you. You have an addiction to food. Like, you've got to go ahead and just get that out of the way. There's a lot of people, especially larger people, and we make excuses and stuff. Let's be honest with each other. They'll say, "Oh, but we know, a lot of us, the majority of us know we overeat and we'll binge eat." And I admitted to my girlfriend a couple of weeks ago that I would, it's so gross to me now that I'm working to do what I'm supposed to. But I used to go by the dollar store and buy a box of vanilla ice cream sandwiches. And I would eat them before I got home, like a whole box. And if I didn't eat all of them, I'd throw them out the window, the last 2 or 3, because it's embarrassing. Who in the hell wants to admit that they do stuff like that? That's really embarrassing. So anyway, you gotta admit, I eat too much. I do some wrong things and stuff like this, and you gotta accept that there's no magic pill out there. There's no pill that's going to make you lose weight, everything come off like you're supposed to, and you're never gonna be hungry. That is a lie. Like, if someone did come out with that, they'd be a billionaire. If someone came out with something that was that simple, they would be a billionaire. So basically, you've got to admit, I've got a problem eating. You've got to admit that you binge eat, and you've got to be willing to change all these things. You're going to be hungry. And the beginning is the worst. Cravings are really bad in the beginning, and everything kind of sucks in the beginning, but it gets better. It really does. And when it gets better, when it gets to the point where your body's no longer craving stuff, that's when it's so good. Because you can cancel those cravings. You can walk in a store and you can be like, "Oh man, like today I went and I got an energy drink earlier, and I walked past a Tasty Cake, and man, Tasty Cake, those Tasty Cake apple pies, I could just kill myself on them." But and my brain, like, even now, I don't really have too sharp of cravings now, but even now, like, saw those Tasty Cakes and I was like, "Oh," but my brain, I've got it wired differently now, and I was like, "No, that's delicious. What is it gonna do for you?" And the only answer is makes feel bad. You get that endorphin release when you're eating it, and it's so good now, and then afterwards gone. Now you've set yourself back some. Like, that's how you got to start thinking about food. Like, you really gotta. The only way my diet works is if you do some soul searching, and you got to be ready for it. And like, I still love. And let me go ahead and get this out of the way. This diet is not about giving up food. We love food. Like, I go out there to my smoker, put me a pulled pork in, and man, not to toot my own horn, but toot, my pulled pork is, it's really good. And we love food. But this diet's about breaking bad eating habits. Like, life without delicious food would be just empty and crap, but you gotta have a limit on that. You gotta have a place where you stop. You know, you can enjoy food. You don't have to overeat. You can have it a crazy big meal, Thanksgiving, stuff like that. To hell with a diet. Vacation. I just came back from QuakeCon in Dallas, and there was no diet. There was no diet to be had. See, bro, like freaking out behind there. Anyway, but you know, you gotta choose your things you're gonna do, but most times, most days, you gotta be on the diet. You gotta be on your grind, or whatever you want to say. And it makes you feel so good when you see the results, though. Like when you see that scale going down. When you see this shirt right here, I couldn't wear this. I haven't been able to wear this in 6-7 years. I wasn't this size that I'm at right now. Until I met my girlfriend, and I remember this shirt was kind of tight on me then, and then it just got to the point where I couldn't wear it. And now I'm at a point where I've only got a few more clothes that are smaller, and as it's continuing, I'm gonna have to start buying clothes, and that's a good feeling in a weird way. Like, it's nice to be, and it's nice to be able to go in Walmart and actually fit into something. You know, I buy a lot of clothes from Walmart. I'm not a big, you know, expensive clothes person. So it's nice to be able to actually go in there and find jeans and pants that fit. Like, that's really embarrassing as a bigger person. That's a super embarrassing thing. And having to order pants off the internet and all that. Yeah, you can do it, but it's embarrassing to you. Doesn't even mean no one's even in the equation. Still embarrassing. I was embarrassed to have to order size 52 pants off Amazon. That's super embarrassing. Even if I'm the only one seeing it, super embarrassing still. So, yeah, you've really gotta get over your food addiction. You gotta realize it. You've got to take it head on. You got to say, this, I'm gonna beat this. This is not gonna be what defines me. Everybody sees me as the big person or whatever, and that I don't want that to be my definition. And I have theories. I have a theory about people's size and what they eat and everything. And so in fitness, there's 3 main body types. Ectomorph, people who are naturally skinny, can eat anything they want, hard time gaining muscle. Some things are hard for them too. You know, a lot of people, I wish I could eat everything. Yeah, I've had friends like that, but I've had them come with me to the gym and can't gain muscle for nothing. Just stay skinny. That's got to be discouraging also. You got mesomorphs, naturally athletic people. Now, if we're not going to like a group, now I'm playing. Just naturally athletic people, blessed. Like, they can eat what they want, usually lose it pretty well, and they gain muscle okay. That's if you could choose a group, that'd be the group you'd choose. And then you got endomorphs. Endomorphs, harder to lose fat. Gain muscle still pretty good, but your main thing is it's really hard to lose fat. And my theory is those 3 are all about how your body handles sugars. Ectomorphs, burn sugars and carbs like it's no tomorrow. And they burn it so quick that they don't gain any weight from anything, but they also don't gain any muscle from anything. They burn through those proteins and carbs faster than your body can repair itself and put them on. So mesomorphs, their body just does what it's supposed to. Got some fat in, okay, we can lose that easy. Got some protein in, let's build some muscle. And then ectomorphs, and sugar and carbs to them stick to them like glue. I can gain muscle really, really quick. I've always been a big, strong guy, but losing the fat is my biggest problem. So anyway, so, and you got to think about, it's okay to be hard on yourself. And my thing is, you need to take responsibility for what you've done. And then you can be hard on yourself, but also, don't be too hard on yourself. Be like, I got myself into this, we're going to get myself out. Get mad at yourself sometimes. Like when I saw those tasty cakes this morning, I was like, ooh, but like, no, what the crap's wrong with you? That's okay. So, my diet plan, what I've came up with, what to lose weight consistently. It's kind of a take on intermittent fasting, I guess. So, I don't eat breakfast. Now, I know, first off, a lot of experts going to say, oh, that you got to eat breakfast. I mean, if you're in shape and stuff like that, or if you want to lose 1 pound a week, maybe that's a way. But I skip breakfast. It's the easiest meal to skip. I'm not super hungry in the morning. I drink, I usually have some water mix. This is wild strawberry from Walmart with caffeine in it. And I take a couple of supplements. Again, there is no pill that is going to give you everything you want. There's no pill that's going to make you skinny and in shape and have a great life like that. I'm sorry. If that's bad news to you, I'm sorry. So one thing I take, being a bigger person, I advise you to do it too. Check the ingredients and stuff. But this is a live diabetic. It is it's a multivitamin for diabetics. It has a lot of stuff in there to help with sugar metabolism. I'm not going to go into all the ingredients, but that's one thing, diabetics don't digest sugar correctly and metabolize it well. So there's stuff in here that helps that. I have noticed I've had a noticeable difference when I'm not taking this, or when I run out and I don't have it for a little bit, and then when I am. No magic pill, but it 100% helps. I advise you to get a fat burner or something like that, something that helps us suppress appetite. Again, at first, this diet sucks. Like, there's no getting around it. It's hard. But anything that you can do that's good is going to be hard. Like, there's hardly ever any path that's good and easy and ends everything's great and you get the results you want. Excuse me. So right now I'm taking EVL Transform. So basically this is made to take on a empty stomach. This is why I use it, because in the morning I take it and it doesn't make me sick. I take these two a little bit apart. I've noticed that if I do take them together, I get some of that gross taste in the mouth. If I take them about an hour apart, I take the Transform first and then take the diabetic multivite later. Everything's good. No stomach problem much. So no breakfast. When lunch comes around, I eat a very, very light lunch. A salad with no 2,000 calorie salads like some of us will do. A small bowl, light everything. If you're gonna eat during lunch, it needs to be really small. Sometimes I just skip. It's just me at my point. I'm not super hungry and my stomach's not really that big anymore. So it's just easy for me to skip. But do it as you have to. But so get something really light in calories or something really high in protein. Every now and then we'll have leftovers from the night before. Oh, excuse me. And I'll have, some chicken or something like that. And on lunch, I'll go in there and I'll take 2 or 3 bites, maybe a whole piece or something. Just not a lot, just enough to get something in my stomach so my brain, and my systems are like, okay, we're not starving to death. Something to get stuff working. So that's why I advise for lunch. If you get to the point where you feel like you can skip lunch, do it sometimes. I just had like 4 bites of chicken. That was my lunch. And then a dinner. And here's my problem. I eat dinner too late. We eat dinner way too late. So, but I don't have any really super harsh restrictions on dinner. Like, you've ate nothing for breakfast, a light lunch. You can do something for dinner within reason. Don't go crazy like that. And that's one of my problems. My problem is portion control. Like, I'll make hamburgers and then I want to eat 2 hamburgers and I gotta stop that. I know I do. I know I'm holding myself back a little bit. And I'm on this diet with you. If you decide to do this diet, I'm on it with you. We're doing this together. And portion control is just a really big thing that it's hard to work on because, by the time lunch, supper, even when you're at my level and you've been doing it a while, you still get super hungry. I mean, it happens. And it's easy to overeat, especially if the food's good. We'll cook chili dogs, and man, I want to eat 4 or 5 chili dogs, but can't do that. You gotta stop it, So, snacks here and there, especially like I don't do a lot of snacks, but like when I do, peanuts, pork rinds. Pork rinds basically all protein. Most of the fat in it's oleic, I think, fat. We can't really absorb it anyway. It's a pretty good thing for dieting people. I do some jerky, dark chocolate. I love the Hershey's dark chocolate with almonds in them. And I know it's not the darkest chocolate there is and stuff, but let me explain something. I buy the really big bar of it at Walmart. It's like $2-3. And that'll last me almost a month. I'm not saying go buy dark chocolate and shovel it in. Go buy you a big bar like that and eat maybe a piece or 2 a day. I do usually 2 if I do it every day, maybe 1. It just all depends. But stuff like that, even though it's dark chocolate and, it's supposed to be good for you, and it is, but there's a lot of sugar in it still. So just kind of, things like that. You can reward yourself. You don't have to starve, but you just kind of watch it. Take a day off. This goes back with vacation and stuff like that. Your body gets used to things, and that's probably one of the worst things for people that are on diet is your body gets used to stuff, and it still thinks that it can it shuts all these systems down and stuff like that. No, I wouldn't say shuts them down, but everything slows down. So you'll be dieting hard and you won't have any results for it. Keep your body guessing. Take you a day off. I don't want to say eat crazy, but eat some stuff. Eat you some good. Go make you some pulled pork, some brisket or something. Go get some ice cream, something like that. Go to, one of the cookie places. Get you one of them big, massive cookies. Just, it's all within reason. You got to understand that you can enjoy those things, but you don't have to have them every day. You can enjoy food and love food. I love food. But you don't have to have it every day like that. Like most days, we want to get to where we need to be diet-wise. I went from 460. My scale didn't even go to 460. My scale went to 450. I had to push up and then figure out how much I pushed up. And I went from 460 on February 15th, and at my birthday on August 5th, I was 357.3, I think. Over 100 pounds in a few months. It's made a dramatic change in my life, like a dramatic one. I have pounds more in, and I'm getting real close to 350s now. I'm in 350s. I'm getting close to 40s, 340s. I'm in the 350s. It's made, and I'm still big. I'm still quite large, actually, but like I can just jump up from this chair and go outside. Sometimes I feel so good when I'm coming across the yard, I'll just start jogging. I don't even like to jog, but my body knows I can do it. It knows that it's an option now. No food can replace that. No food can replace the feeling of having some control back in your life, having some that I feel like I'm getting healthier. No food. No food's worth it. Like I've got 5 kids. I want to be here for them. No food is worth not seeing them the rest of my life, and a long life at that, if I'm lucky. So that's it. That's basically my diet. You gotta believe in yourself. You gotta know you're gonna fail. I've failed 30 times doing this diet, if not more. I probably could have lost 150 pounds by now if I'd really stuck to it, but you falter. You stumble and you falter. The difference is you pick yourself back up and you keep going. Right? That's what is going to determine how successful you are in the diet. You falter and screw it, and go a week, and then it makes you feel bad. Get back on it. That week didn't negate everything you did. Get back on. Believe in yourself. And we're all on this planet together, and we all want to be on this planet together as long as we can and in as best health as we can. So really get out there and try. Living a life where you're almost to the point of immobility that's not a life. Like, that's not how we're meant to. That's not how we're designed. Like, we're designed to do what we wanted to do. Go walk, stuff like that. It makes you feel good. Go around, chase your kids, stuff like that. I couldn't play with my kids like I want to. I couldn't grab my son and just throw him up over my head or something like that. Couldn't have done that. So, just believe in yourself, work hard, take responsibility, and you'll make it. I believe in you. Have a good one, y'all.